again, and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and we're here, and we're going to cover the top 3 stocks that are showing up on the top penny list. One of the first stocks we're going to talk about today is COSM. COSM. Last tick was 0.1500. Going to the chart, you're starting to see some resistance pop up today, going a little bit short here. Going into what would you say they do here? That was off the year date. They're a pharmaceutical company engaged in the importation, exportation, distribution, sale of pharmaceutical products. It's also involved in research and development of business units, acquisition, and pharmaceutical companies. The firm offers counter drugs, branded generic medicines, dietary vitamin supplements. The company was founded in July 21st, 2009, and it headquartered in Chicago, Illinois. Going on to StockTwits, because that's where the real traders are at. One of the comments I have here is from Jack the Banker. Jack the Banker says, I've been here since the offering tanked at 0.07. Been out, but today we got the eyes up and we need to move up. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bullish. So this is showing up all over the web as far as on the top promotion lists and things like that. If you're new to stock trading, you need to be wary of that. Just because it's possibly you could get taken. Anything below $1 is a risk. So make sure you try to get involved in paper trading there. PDI says, so glad to get caught up in this early. I already know what's been going on, what happened since Monday. Stocking Paper 22 says, payoff will be enormous life changer. We have a battle ahead of us, but the payoff would be glorious. That was from Jettis Millionaire. And then you also have, let's see, the Gold Mantis says, can a sense of FOMO going through people's heads right now? Enjoy the weekend. This is a very good board, by the way, just to let you guys know there. Stacking Papers says, have a wonderful weekend. Be on here. RN, got to go to work. But support this cause. Yeah, so a lot of these biopharmaceuticals, you have to watch where they are because they do pay off dividends depending on how the research goes and things like that. But you got an RN in here, so that's really important. Shout out to her and appreciate her service and everything she does. But looks pretty good. It says at Cosmos, we're committed to human needs where we serve healthcare and passion humanity. We're Cosmos Energy, COSM, an international health group headquartered in Chicago, Illinois. USA subsidies of EU and United Kingdom. They also strive to achieve excellence in healthcare. So let's just go straight into a little bit with what would you say you do here. You have some heavy hitters showing up with them. You have Skyfarm, which trades in excess amounts of 500 medicines that can be exported within the EU countries. That's huge there. Second generation, that's DHN. Their second generation pharmaceutical wholesaler incorporated in the UK in 2011, August. Then you have Cosform Pharmaceuticals. Cosmo Farm is a pharmaceutical wholesale company headquartered in Athens, Greece, and with growing network of more than 1,130 pharmacies. So you might be saying here, why are we here? Why are we covering this stock? Well, it's popping in the news. We'll go into some of the news articles and find out why. Important of what is happening with a lot of these. I don't know if you guys have been following some of the news, but there is antibiotic shortage because of some of the diseases, some of the respiratory diseases that are turning into infections out there. And it hit hard here early in November, October-ish, so which has caused that shortage. And 93% of your pharmaceuticals and things like that are made in China. And so if you have other companies that are involved in Europe and things like that that are trying to develop that to expand the reach to get off of big pharma in China, why you want to look at these is because they're a safer bet in a troubling economy. You're going through a troubling economy right now. Some of you don't know it. Some of you do. Some of you are feeling the pinch. You're going to see the economy deteriorate even more coming soon. And so biopharmaceutical companies are a good look as far as they can weather the storm and some of that, because people are always getting sick all the time, unfortunately, guys. Sad to say, but, when you're looking for a hedge against some of this in a nowhere to run, nowhere to hide economy, possibly might be one of these companies. Not saying a sub is the way to go, but we've seen some of our small timers back then, and then 5 years later they take off. So like I've said in previous videos, if you guys can recall Noravax, where it was and where it's been and where it's now and everything like that. So there was a run with that company. Cosmos Holdings Incorporated continues to expand its network. The network has 160 clients. Vendors expand 17 countries: Germany, United Kingdom, Ireland, United Arab Emirates, Denmark, Italy, France, Singapore, Spain, Lebanon, North Macedonia, Cyprus, Jordan, Sweden, Poland, Netherlands, and Greece. Cosmos, the biggest thing here we had is Cosmos signs an agreement with Virax Biolabs to distribute monkeypox virus real-time PCR detection kits in Europe. So that was in September of 2022. That was huge news right there. You also had them in September. They had announced the distribution of agreements of monkeypox virus real-time PCR detection kit with Cosmos Holdings. And you had nutritional supplements there too. That is one thing that is affecting, people worldwide, and so that is why it's something to look about. Now, one of the things about the website, and it is a sub, but I would like to, see more detail in it. This is some of the detail here, but I'd like to see a little more in there. You have about some of these companies, what they've done, things like that. Let's go to the news and see if there's any popping in the news, or is this just gravitation to people locking and loading because they're running away from the nowhere to run, nowhere to hide economy, and they're going into a lot of your little guys there. Sorry, not little guys, but your biofarm. There, people are diversifying, getting out of certain things, and going to try to get the safer bets there. It looks like Cosmos. This is from Ask Traders. Simon Mugo, he writes, Cosmos Holding stock rallied on NASDAQ delisting appeal. Cosmos Holdings stock's price surged 27.1% after the company appealed the NASDAQ decision to delist its shares. The exchange of the share price traded below the dollar price over the last 180 days. The company received non-compliance notice from NASDAQ over November 10, 2022 after the stock price failed to maintain the minimum closing price of 10 consecutive days. So there you have it with that. You had the sky fall going through the window. So you have that there. You also had 5 days ago on Microcap Daily. Let's go to this Alphabet News piece. It says, heating up as the company looks to take on massive 5 million share positions. So they're making a rapid move in the charts to the recent reversing off of the 0.675 lows. It was well trading above $3 beginning of there and then heavily shorted because people are trying to run away and go to other spots. So some of your movement right now could be that people are running to see the opportunity. So going back on to StockTwits again, because that's where the real traders are at. We have Buckshire says, find some fun this weekend, and when we go closer to Monday, bulls mean business. After we're done with them, we'll show them how the rest of the days goes on Earth. Cosmo grabs more to close. Let's see if we have any more relevant information we should know. Let's see. Mr. Ed 9000 says, funny, no one closed SMFL today at 44. Cosmo heavily shorted stock, obviously diluted. They're attempting to eat over their supply to get through the resist. That's actually one of the best takes on the board. I actually agree with that totally. So other people are calling. The other people on here are sticking with the ship, but they are just. I think some of your movement here is people are grabbing the cheap. Weird on a Friday, but it is what it is. We'll have to come back and visit this. I'd like to see more info on the website. Maybe they'll get an update with raising some dineros, which they got from some of the purchases. We'll have to see what happens. Guys, the next stock we have is ARDX. ARDX, Ardelyx Incorporated. Last tick was $2.40. Going to the chart, it looks legit, pretty consistent. It's probably one of the better charts. It's at the $2 mark, so it's not a Mr. Thank you very much stock. As far as that, it's not one of those cheap seats ones below $1 there. Sorry, just mixing the pre-workout there. You've got the resistance popping up, and you saw this thing shoot up like a rocket. You're seeing this, and this is going all across promotion boards everywhere, guys. I'm seeing this thing light up like a Christmas tree. Not saying I've got my pom-poms out for it, and I'm telling you to go crazy on it or anything. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, and it was popping all over the radars of everywhere. Every promotion list is talking about this. Good stuff. Going on to StockTwits, because that's where the real. Well, let's go on first with before we get to the real traders. Let's go into C, because you need to know it's another biopharmaceutical. Coincidence that we have 2 biopharmaceuticals tonight. Like I said, the word is getting out that you're in a cratering economy, so people are running towards a lot of these biopharmaceuticals and things like that. Ardelyx is a biopharmaceutical company engaged in the research, development, and commercialization of medicine for treatment of cardiorenal disease. It provides portfolio includes tenofovir, which is an experimental medication which works exclusively in the gut for the late-stage clinical development. The company was founded by Dominic Sharma and Peter Schultz and Jean M. Fichet. October 17, 2007 is headquartered in the People's Republic of Fremont, California. Well, the most important part, Air Hog, is going on to StockTwits, because that's where the real traders are at. We have Johnston J27 says, was on the phone with E-Trade earlier today. Boy, this tech was interested to know that going through my ARDX in my account gave him an update on the stock and situation. Good news travels quick in the market. Yeah, all the indicators on this one are all over this, Hog. I think everybody in the world knows about this just because this thing showed up on the promotion list. The promotion lists are going crazy on this one.
The promo list? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, the promotions are all out. Everybody's getting the emails and the alerts on this stock.
What are you sipping on there?
I've got some pre-workout creatine. It's got the Poncho Punch or something they got. It's good stuff. Let me show it to the viewers and they can check it out. This is some like $1.99 fish bait you can get at Walmart or something like that. So go check it out, dude. No, it doesn't have taurine. It's not pre-workout, just creatine. So does the body good for some of us.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Johnson 27 also writes, wow. That one's a hell of a sexy looking chart to me. Yeah, I think the chart looks decent as well. As far as that, you looking at that chart? Does that look kind of healthy there?
Chart? Where is it? On the left?
The chart right there. Yeah, looking at the chart. Yeah, considering what kind of crappy economy we're in, this chart is pretty healthy. And I think this is the second biopharmaceutical stock we've got. What's up?
You tried this one?
Let me see. I can't see it because of my thing here.
The winter edition.
The bull. That's going down.
One, dude.
Which one's that one? The apple?
Big apple. Yeah, is it backwards for you?
No,
yeah,
guys,
it's the winter edition.
Ooh, I got to check that one out.
Yeah,
guys, if you haven't done the bull, you need to ride the bull, guys, because the bull is the freaking dog. So check out the bull.
Grab
what else?
The bull by the horns.
Yeah, grab the bull by the horns. ARDX, congratulations to all those here for the long term. I've got in the big drop of FDA so great with my under $1 average. We're all going to make really great money here. I have no doubt. It's not that far of a reach. Do you see this thing possibly, Hog, as being one of those stocks that could be in the range of a Neurovax type of one, or is this just another flailed out run and we'll have to see what happens?
I mean, it's a few days, but it's got potential.
Jordan Cohn says, all you need to know is shorts haven't covered a single major share. Check it out below. Highly recommend it. So he's calling that one there. Verjet says, chronic kidney disease, stage 4 or 5 dialysis plus IBS patients. Just think about that. Hold on, the pipeline drugs and metabolic acidosis that we bought. Let's go take a look at that, guys, and go into that. That's an interesting call right there. I actually would like to see what's in the pipes here. So going on to Yahoo Finance, analysts see that the kidney disease company stock could rise 6-fold, but it has 2 issues. It says Piper Sandler raised its target to Ardelyx Incorporated to $8 from $3. Going on to Barron's, Ardelyx stock skyrockets of its kidney disease drug and gets a surprise step closer to FDA approval. A kidney disease drug seemed a little likelihood to receive the Food and Drug Administration approval. Received experimental boost late Thursday when the committee of agency outside the advisors voted in favor of proposition of the drugs outweighed its risks. So let's go into Cameo into the hopper there and to see what they have cooking on the pipeline, because a lot of people want to know the pipeline. People are talking about the pipeline. Do you like this website right here?
Yes, I sure do. It looks badass.
Does that thing look sick with it or what? Is
Oh,
that you
yes,
with the
sir.
freaking? Is that you with the microscope right there, checking everything out, or what?
Oh, yeah. I'm checking everything out.
Okay, so it says here for decades we've undergone a viable site for therapeutic point of intervention treating disease using discovery model, which creates environments for certain gastrointestinal tract and kidney disease. Ardelyx has a new way of providing previously unexploited ion transport mechanisms, focusing on these mechanisms and small molecule drugs for orally active and limited system absorptions to help therapies to minimize the effects of drug interactions. I added a little things there because I'm trying to skim through this and go faster. So here's their pipeline. One of the things they have is a tenopur for hypophosphatemia. It's a first-class targeted small molecule therapy development for treatment of hyperphosphatemia, a condition that elevates levels of phosphate in the blood, common among patients with chronic kidney disease and dialysis. Is this something to get your antenna up, Cameo, as far as with what they have in the hopper here? Because what they're treating. Sorry, go ahead.
It doesn't get my antenna up. It gets my heart blood up.
Oh, because you know some people in your family that have some kidney diseases, some of the extended family, and this could help them?
Exactly. That's why. Yep.
Okay. With discovery of the platform for RDX 013 hyperkalemia, they're enabled a systematic study for biological mechanism for potassium secretion that led to an investigational first-class potassium-lowering compound and treatment. Are we just seeing gravitation to these things because people are seeing... So these are showing up on promotion lists. That's one concerning thing, Camille. Are we also seeing what they have in the pipes? People are trying to make a safer hedge to move towards these types of stocks because of the worsening economy, which we covered a long time ago, if you can recall. Yeah. So knowing what you're investing in, the reason why we have this show is because we try to show you what you're investing in so you know what you're actually buying. Unlike other shows that say buy, get into it, do whatever. We don't do that here. We give you your opinions and you make your own decision.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure about that, unless you want to give a tip, which is what? Don't eat yellow snow this winter, or what?
Don't eat yellow snow. Yep.
So what is Camille IBS-C? It is irritable bowel syndrome, constipation. It's a gastrointestinal order characterized by abdominal pain and constipation that significantly impacts the health and quality of life that affects patients. IBS-C is a common condition with multifactorial pathophysiology. There's current no specific test or biomarker, so there's no tests for that. It's estimated that 11 million people in the U.S. have IBS-C. So that's one of the things they're working on in the pipes. It's actually huge because you know how many people have that there, Camille? Lots in this country. Lots and lots of people in this country have it. So
I have a lot of what? Credit card debt, or have a lot of that?
Oh, they have a lot of that too. So unfortunately, the chickens are going to come home to roost for that one too.
Okay.
And that would actually cause a lot of IBS. Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
You get behind on your credit card bills, you get a nervous tick, and all of a sudden you're like,
Yeah, I get it.
So there goes 2 subscribers after I did that, right? More than 550,000 patients in the U.S. are on CKD on dialysis. It's an electrolyte disorder, which is elevated level of phosphate in the blood. While dialysis is a basis homeostatic electrolyte management dialysis regimen, unable to successfully remove excess phosphate in order to naturally have phosphate balance. As a result, approximately 80% of patients with KYD dialysis require phosphate lowering therapy. So they're working on that. That's 2 things in the hopper. You also have the other 3 things out there, which I'm not going to go over because you kind of get the point. We don't have all day on the show to do that. But with this, would you say at $2 a share, this one is one to look at, considering when you're in the nowhere to run, nowhere to hide economy, and the chart has been consistent for the last year?
Yes, sir. We got to be consistent, and we got to be consistent.
Yes, sir. Well, we're going to go on to the next and see you in 2 and 2. Peace. The next stock we have is KAL. Camille, this is another sub here again. I know it's going to get me excited here. It's showing up on a promotion list as well. Last tick on this one is 0.0870. So, guys, looking at this one, if you are interested in this or looking at it, try paper trading first, which is not with real money. So if you're experienced with this, just be safe and watch your wallet there. Go onto the chart. There's a complete dive off. You're starting to see some resistance pop up. You can tell I'm really excited about talking about it, but we'll go through it. They're a vertical farming company which engages in the proprietary technology, plant, and seed and science to substantially grow nutrient-rich, pesticide-free, non-GMO leafy greens year-round. The company was founded by Christian Eugene, is headquartered in Dublin, Ireland. Onto the website, it looks actually pretty good. We're not going to go to the twits on anything yet because we want to cover the website. So going on to why Kalera. They grow no harmful sprays, grown indoors, perfect conditions for 100% free harmful sprays and pesticides. Higher nutrients, rich in flavor, 50% more increased proteins, vitamins, and minerals. So growing with this, they're saying that their actually product has more vitamins than some of your other ones. Because as you know, buying from the local grocery store and things like that, over time, depending on how it was handled and how it was made, all vegetables are not created equal. Wouldn't you say there, Camille?
That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
They got seeds, got different. There's male and female seeds, just like male and female man, and you know, all the jazz. There's a lot of different things that go into growing organic, non-organic, you know. But anyways,
so with this
I'm not.
And constant crop quality using 90% less of a fraction of land traditional farming uses. First choice renowned chefs worldwide. That salad looked pretty good there, all the kale wedge and all that.
Yes, it looks delicious, I guess, for being a picture, you know.
It looks like they're affiliated with New Moon Market. They write, it's a pleasure working with Kalera, enjoying a variety of their lettuces and microgreens. That restaurant probably, with the supply there, they might be like, man, dude, freaking, our customers are loving it because and you can definitely taste the difference between organic vegetable, I know for sure, and one that's at the store, totally different ballgame. They operate in the world's largest network of vertical farms and communities in 4 continents and the greenest greens all year. See the farms. Should we go check it out, Camille? Farms. They're the largest network of vertical farms in the world. They're proud to provide communities with tasty greens and help food safety and positively impact the environment. Our farms in the USA. Check out these farms right there, Camille. They got one in Orlando, Hotlanta, and Houston. The Houston farm is the largest vertical farm operation in Texas and provides our greens in local community through retailers as well as restaurants. In Atlanta, they have the capacity of 11 million heads a year. It's double the capacity of the State Farm in Orlando. The first large-scale farm in Orlando is as well as Publix market since March of 2020. You also have Colorado with the tastiest greens. I wonder what kind of greens they're talking about in Colorado there, in Denver there.
Huh. Yeah, what kind of greens are they talking about?
We should ask our host Rudy and see what he knows. There's one in Kuwait too. That's crazy, man. In Singapore, they're working on, and in Germany.
Yeah.
Dang, man. They're all over.
They gotta make the greens, bro.
There's a huge market for non-pesticides, things like that. Before we take off on this stock for covering it, let's go and see what the real traders are saying on the twits. Let's see, promotions. It says CZ says it's not a bad day considering overall sold. G-Sun 37% profits earlier, was up. Bought more KAL today at 083. Bought Kins, another I recommend different board. Just sold 25% profit for KAL. The company, this is from Anomaly, says the company has already presented a plan to regain its compliance, fulfilling the requirement, including the filing of Q3 2022. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out for Q4, wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir.
You know what Drum Boy says? He has a Drum Boy and Rare Gem says about this stock. What do you think they say?
What do they say?
Pump up the jam, pump it up a little more. Won't you do it? Oh my! What can't you say? Get your booty off the stock now. Make my day. So they're calling this one a pump and dump because it's showing up on the promotion list. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I don't think it's a pump and dump, to be honest with you. Because right now we got to take everything into consideration, you know.
Well, you have Brado El Patron. He says it started out with hit my scanner, the volume offering. I'm a hyponic vegetable gardener, so of course I have bias for this company. So he's saying he likes it. What else do you got there? Released third quarter results despite being down 100% this year. Upbeat in the wake of recent. So the boards are pretty positive about this. You got to love Pennyland. You get a 50-50 mark as far as what people think about this. I'd say I put it on a watch list. I don't really like anything below $1. I don't know. Is the sub penny range not a good range for you either? You like to let it go past there too as well?
Yes, sir. We'll let it go past this all.
If you're kind of on the fence and you're not sure what to do, maybe pick up some paper trade and do some fake trade on it. So don't do the real thing. Got anything to add on here before we have to get out of here?
I don't. Just have a good night, and you know what to do.
Don't make it a dog show. And good night now!